What is up, everybody? Welcome back to today's episode of Why'd I Buy a Mini Truck. So today what we're going to do, while we're waiting on some of our fabrication materials to show up, we're going to be marking out and test fitting the front tub. So I think the way we're going to do this is, I already have the tire on a jack, and this is all the way tucked. I mean, the frame would be laying ground right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here and I'm going to put the tub in place. I'm going to mark on the firewall where I'm going to cut away the firewall because we're going to be recessing the tub in. So basically this is what we're looking at here. So we have a full-size trailer fender. This is for 16s. And what we're doing is we're going to get this pretty much right here. And you can see I kind of made some marks already. Where I'd like to cut it back. You know, there's a lot of damage in here, so what I'd like to do is just cut it all away and kind of recess the tub back. Now what that'll allow us to do is with the tub here, you can see it pretty much comes all the way up to the frame mount. So what I'd like to do is bring it down like this, and then off of here we'll weld a flat plate, and then what we'll do is we'll have a little tab that comes down here to a rubber washer. And that rubber washer will bolt through the factory front clip mount, if you will, the factory body mount. Back here, we'll have it tucked pretty close. I am going to trim off this rounded edge in case anybody decides to run a wider offset or a bigger wheel. They don't have to worry about it cutting into it. But we're pretty much going to tie it all the way back, all the way up here to the front. So, should look a little something like this when it's all done. Now that's going to give us a little bit of room here, probably more actually than what was here before with all that stuff that was mounted on it. So let me get this out of the way. What we're going to do, oh yeah, that was lovely. What we're going to do is we're going to cut all this out. So let's drop this tire down. So what we're looking at is in here, pretty much this whole section, right to about here where I have a mark. We're going to leave this portion of the pinch weld here, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're going to cut just a little radius out right here, cut all that out, and then that'll also get rid of this little like hump here where the tire was rubbing. And we'll be able to tuck our tub back. Now, there is some damage in here. I have it taped up right now because I was going to pressure wash, but that's all got to get fixed too. So what I thought was we'll get the tub in, and then we can just plate that section off, and we should be all right. Over here on the passenger side, it's not too bad. It actually looks like somebody did some work in here at one point. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut a little radius out, and we're going to go ahead and put a tub in there as well. The driver's side, I got to be a little bit more picky with, but I'm going to try to make them match so that the tubs don't look funky. You know, if we have to trim a little off the outside, not a huge deal, but I would like it to kind of butt up pretty close to where the factory fender goes, or the 4x4 fender goes. And if we have to, we can put a little rubber strip or something in there for vibration. So the inside here is still pretty gutted. We are prepping to do the sound deadening and all that, but I'd like to wait until we get the work done here on the firewall, since we are going to be patching some holes up that we don't need or aren't going to be using. So that's pretty much the process of what we're going to be doing this week. So the game plan for today, like I said, is I'm going to be going in there and trying to cut away some of that damaged area and slowly test fit that fender. And what that'll do is kind of buy me a little bit of time. I am waiting on a bunch of stuff to come in, some spare metal and little tabs, so I can go ahead and decide whether we're going to cut the front clip off of the black truck or not to put on here, or if we're going to do just a custom tube or flat bar front end. I did get some goodies in the mail the other day, so we got 4 of these CNC cut shock mounts, and what I'd like to do with these is we're gonna have to open them up just a little bit. I mean, not a whole lot. I'll show you guys on the other side since it's a little bit easier. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and cut this bolt off of here. And we're actually going to be using these, and we're going to mount the shock, something like this. So it's kind of out of the way, but at the same time, can still have full travel. So that's pretty cool. I did buy another set. So I got this set, and then I bought this set. So it's supposed to be for a GM, like a Chevy pickup. Basically what it is like this little bat wing, and you know, you fold it to box it and all that stuff, and you weld in the gap. But this is the perfect size for our axle. So pretty stoked about that. This kind of opens up a couple options here. If we want to kind of do a different 4-link setup, we can. This triangulated 4-link that we have now, it's cool, but it does take up a lot of space here in the back. So I'm not 100% sure if we're going to keep it like that. I mean, I could go with a 3-link or a different style 4-link if we relocate the gas tank and do kind of like a bar across the frame rail here. But so I'm not 100% sure if we're going to do that or not. You know, worst case scenario, we just have a set of these in case we decide to do something else at another point. But I think they'd be pretty cool. You know, they seem like they're going to be very sturdy once they're all welded up. But I think for now we're going to use these smaller ones just to relocate the shocks. Probably put like a little plate on the top here. Be good to go. So we got all the stuff out around the windshield, which you can see is disgusting. And we're going to be pulling the glass out sometime this week or weekend. And then it'll be like a week or two before we get some new glass in, because what I'd like to do is get this windshield out, check to make sure there's no rust or anything around the window frame. And I'd like to just go ahead and prep it and just spray it black, just in the grooves. And then because we are going to be doing the firewall black anyway. So hoping what we can do is get the windshield out, clean it all up, get it sprayed black, get a new windshield put in, because you can see that even when it was painted before, they never took the glass out. They did when they did it yellow, but they didn't when they sprayed it the black or the blue that's on top of the yellow. So this thing has been some crazy colors. I'm definitely finding that out as I go along. So super fun, super excited to get started on this. I do got a shit ton of wire wheels coming too, so we can get some of this surface rust off. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I'm going to get to cutting and measuring and cutting again. And, you know, I will catch you guys in the next video. And hopefully we should have some front tubs on by then. Catch you in the next one.